What's up, YouTube? I hope everything is well with you guys. With me, everything is amazing. And today I bring a very controversial topic, but I believe is actually a very important one. Why I believe all market cycles are great. I'm, of course, talking more about the soccer card market, but actually I also believe you can apply this in a more macro perspective. So, before I go into the video, let me say one thing. Look, if in the end you end up enjoying this one, feel free to leave a like, means a lot to me, and it's super easy to do it. So you end up supporting my work, you end up making my channel grow, and for you is just a click. Apart from that, if you are a new viewer, also consider to subscribe, check all the links on the description, comment, all the good stuff you guys already know. So let's move on into the video. In this case, I need to start with a disclaimer. No financial advice. Your opinion may be different than mine, and that's fine. I'm a collector first and an investor second. I look at value instead of price. eBay links on the description are affiliated links and they help the channel. Same for Patreon. Any support, thank you so much for that. Do not feel special if you made money with cars in the last bull run. Everyone made. I do not believe in timing the market. I believe time in the market. English, as you can see at this point, not my main language. Any types of mispronunciations, I'm sorry. So, guys, I've been seeing in the market, and this is almost an introduction, that people are saying this market is awful, things are going down, maybe the soccer card market is not what they end up expecting, and I actually tend to disagree with that a lot. I believe this market is great. I actually believe all cycles in the market are quite great if you know what you are doing, but that's the key part. Let's start with the down bearish market that most people will agree this is the market we are facing right now in the soccer space. And of course, there is exceptions, there is outliers, there is things that are still performing very well. But in a macro perspective, and the reality is most people play in the ultra modern side, things are actually quite down. In this market, you create positions, and this is something that is amazing if you know what you are doing. Look, 1 year ago when the Messi market was selling for all-time highs, everyone was trying to enter the Messi market, the Cristiano Ronaldo market, the Pelé market. Right now, a lot of those players, and I'm talking about GOATs, are actually quite down. Even the Pelé market, I tend to believe, is a little bit soft. I'm actually considered to enter in certain Pelé cards, same for Maradona, same for Cristiano Ronaldo, and Messi, of course, being actually the easy example to understand that this is the time that you should create positions. By the way, I'm not telling you to buy Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Pelé, or Maradona. Do your own research on this front, but certain cars that you thought had great fundamentals when the market was crazy, was in a mania state almost, right now, if they are selling for less, and if you still believe the fundamentals are there, this is the time to create positions. This is the market where you really make money. Wait, what do you mean with this? I mean, the market is down. The thing that you guys need to understand is you make profits in a bullish market, you make money in a down market, in a bearish market. If you don't understand this super basic concept, you have a long road in front of you. The dangers about this market, the bearish market, is you being caught into the negative. That's why the next advice I will provide is stay focused. Doubts will appear. You are human, I'm human. It's normal if the card you bought for 1K is now selling for $500, you feel a little bit some type of uncertainty about that investment. The reality is fundamentals, if they are still strong, if the value stays there, you should be fine as long you believe in the product, as long you are playing the long game. Of course, I'm doing an extreme example. Of course, 50% down is quite a lot, and maybe something ended up going wrong with your investment. Maybe you need to check your fundamentals. Maybe you need to assess value in a different way. This will be a video alone, almost super long conversation. Understanding value is the key thing, no matter what you are trying to invest, and of course is not easy. The good part about this is with time in the market, with experience, you end up getting better and better and better when it comes to assessing value. Doubts will appear. Time in the market will help you in the long run. The problem with time in the market is people say it, but a lot of people don't do it. What I mean with this, look, one year ago, I remember getting a lot of TM saying, look, your videos are great, the soccer card market is so undervalued. Right now I look at those profiles and they are just buying F1. So you can understand, some people are BS, that's the reality, you need to deal with that. But again, stay focused. Those guys, they will come back when the soccer card market is going up again, and they will try to ride another wave. The reality is, in the long run, I do not believe that will work in their favor. I believe the people that stayed for the longest, they will have already very solid positions, and then they will be the ones getting again getting the better returns, if you can say that. So let's talk about the bullish market, the market that people tend to like the most, which I actually enjoy the down market way more than I enjoy the up market, for one reason. For me, uh, when the market is down, I basically see opportunities everywhere. When the market is up, I struggle a little bit more because I know I have to sell. I hate sell cars that I believe they have strong fundamentals, but at one point in time, if there is a mania on the market, you need to take profits because most likely you will enter that market again for way cheaper than the market is presenting to you right now. Be careful with people being too positive. So what I said about the down market, the problem is you get caught into a crazy bad narrative about the market being awful, etc. In a up market is actually the opposite. There is a toxic positivity going around. No, guys, cards are not the best thing in the world, and you guys start seeing those narratives. That's probably a good time to sell or at least adapt your position in the market. I believe consolidation should always be a priority, no matter the market, no matter the cycle. But in a market, in a bullish market, you can do it much easier. What I mean with this, look, guys, when the market faces another bull run, and for me is a question not if, but when. The reality is, even things that don't have great value, you can still make a crazy good return on those, and you should take that opportunity. Look, you end up getting lucky. That's the reality, because you should not be rewarded for things that do not present great value. But in a super bullish market and in super speculative assets like cars, we face this all the time. You should be taking profits on that. You should actually consolidate that into things that will be way more safe, a dangerous word when it comes to cards, of course, but this is the time that consolidation can actually make a lot of sense. That being said, consolidation is great no matter the market, no matter the cycle. This will be the time where a lot of work will be validated. What I mean with this, look, the reality is, I think most of you guys never saw a down market. This again, this is the first time better saying you guys are seeing a down market, because in the last 2 years, the collectible world ended up going up and up and up. Right now, we are seeing the opposite. So this is the first time a lot of people are facing adversity. But guess what? If you stay, if you believe, if you are making right decisions, I personally tend to believe that you guys will see the rewards in the future, and that will be the validation point. That's why time in the market will give you so many different perceptions. And look, if you go through this down market, if you face another bull run, let's say after that you face another down market, another bull run, another down market, you guys will become much better when it comes to invest in super speculative assets like cars. And again, the next time you see a down market, you will be way more prepared that you end up being this time. The next time you face a bull market, again, same logic. The other market, a stable market, a stable cycle, better saying. Stable cycles, stable markets are not that normal in super speculative assets. In collectibles, again, like I said, super speculative assets, things are always crashing and jumping, even high end. Look, how many times you guys saw LeBron James card selling for 100k, the next time goes to Goldin or PWCC, sells for 50k. So even high end, even cards that people tend to say are safe, I do not buy that, just my personal opinion. Again, you can tell me, yeah, but in baseball, certain cards are way more safer. Yeah, but how many of you guys are playing on those markets? So this is a tricky conversation, being honest, but I tend to believe cards are a super speculative asset. So stable markets, again, there is things that they stable for certain times, but I would not call that a stable market. And of course, soccer being a new market, stabilization in the market is even more difficult. PSA calls soccer an emergent market, and I agree with that. But trying to find stabilization in a market that is emerging, of course, gets quite complicated. Looking at all those three markets, I think all of those three are great. I enjoyed the down market, the bearish market, way more than I enjoyed the other two markets, but all of those are great. And with that in mind, they all share five things that you should be doing, in my perspective, no matter the cycle you are in. What are those five things? Look, I will go quite fast on this, but this is crucial to understand. First of all, look for value, not for price. If you guys don't understand this, you have a lot of research in front of you. But guess what? The second point, education. Educate yourself in the soccer card market. Guys, the amount of people that don't know what they are doing in the soccer card market is insane. They look, you see narratives that people tend to believe that stickers from Panini World Cup are rare. That's not a rare sticker. But if you educate yourself into the market, and by the way, Panini World Cup stickers, for example, the first set is quite rare if you compare with the last set. I think this is actually easy to understand. But in general, those sets, maybe they have condition rarity, but they don't have true rarity. Just because pops are low does not mean that's a great market to enter. But this is what? This is education that you need to have. And a lot of people lack a lot of education. I talk with so many people on Instagram, on Discord. And by the way, my community in general tends to be very well educated, but there is people that are completely clueless what they are doing. They think Pedri is already a legend. They think Haaland is already a legend. So we start thinking in narratives that if you spend, let's say, 10 hours a week, 5 hours a week, even 2 hours a week doing some type of research, you guys will see a big difference night and day. In your way to look at the soccer card market. Number three, again, I'm going to repeat myself. I think this is crucial. Stay focused. I'm going to say it again because I strongly believe this is the best advice. Stay focused. Look, a smart Annie on the comments will say, yeah, but you have been talking about Star Wars cards, Marvel cards, etc. And you are right. I mean, I've been collecting multiple things for years. That's actually the big difference. I'm not just ramping right now. I've been collecting TCGs for years. But that being said, guys, the more I collect Star Wars, the more I collect Pokemon, the more I like the soccer card market. And the people, they have no idea about my portfolio. That's why some people put those comments out. Look, 90% of my market, this is a random number of course, but something that should be close to that, is on the soccer card market. 10% I play in other things that I also enjoy. And guess what? We are talking about collectibles. You need to enjoy your stay in the market. And that's why sometimes collecting, investing are two different things. The perfect scenario for me, at least, is try to combine both and have some type of enjoyment in the long run. Number four, consolidation. Like I said, I tend to look for consolidation more when the market is facing another mania, because I can see selling things that I don't believe that much to things that I will feel way more comfortable holding when the bull run is done, basically. But consolidation should be a thing you should be trying to do all the time. And there is levels to consolidation. Certain people are playing in the low end and trying to buy the first Maradona rookie, trying to buy the first PSA 4 Cristiano Ronaldo rookie. That's fine. But there is also other people that are trying to buy the first Alifa Bologuet Pelé. So you guys can understand there is levels to consolidation. But you should always be focused, not focused. You should always at least have that in mind. There is better times to consolidate, of course, but I believe in all markets there is certain periods of time that make sense to look at consolidation. Number five, an easy one to understand, buy and sell. I believe even in a down market, you should be selling. In a up market, you should be buying. Wait, that's crazy. Why should you be doing that? Look, let's start with the easy concept. If you are selling in a down market, there is a likely scenario you are also buying in a down market. So There is no problem with that. If you are selling something that you don't believe that much is a duplicated, something like that, it's fine as long you have a plan for the money you'll get. Because again, if you are selling in a down market, most likely you are also buying in a down market. Of course, markets they change so fast that you can get caught in some type of new trend, but in general, I would say you are fine buying and selling no matter the market. And again, don't be stupid. That's the key thing that some people forget all the time. Look, if the market is down, selling cars that have great fundamentals that you believe in the long run they will perform very well, maybe not the best time. I'm talking about selling things that you need to adapt your position, which is completely different. If things are selling for crazy amounts of money, there is a new mania around the soccer card market, buying things at all-time highs, probably not that smart. That being said, having a cash flow, buying and selling is something that I do no matter the market. Of course, you adapt conform the market. Moving on, and before I go into the next slide, there is a couple of things that are quite important to share with you guys. Look, my Discord is, I believe, is very close to 500 members, so I will leave a link below the video if you want to join my Discord. It's an amazing place to learn about the soccer card market, and it's a nice place to interact with me. Our Discord is very focused on pre-modern, but even vintage, ultra-modern, there is a space for you there. And this is, look, I was talking about education. This is an amazing place to learn more about the market you are trying to invest, you are trying to collect. Apart from that, if you really want to support my work, joining the Patreon is the best way, guys. Apart from that, I give you exclusive content. I tend to believe that you should join if you want to support, but I will also provide you exclusive content. Nowadays, I'm probably putting more content on Patreon than that I'm putting on YouTube. On Wednesday, I make a Q&A video. So if you have a couple of questions, I will answer them on Wednesday. And on Saturday, I put an extra audio that you can call a podcast where I talk about the state of the market most of the time. Anyone joining the Patreon will be able to ask me questions. In the last couple of months, and I'm answering more than 300 questions. So this is another amazing place to learn about the soccer card market. And think about this. If you like my content on YouTube, I almost can guarantee you that you probably will enjoy my content on Patreon, since I talk about similar topics probably in a longer format. Moving on. By the way, both will be there will be links on the description, so check both. To finish my thoughts on this, guys, the problem is not the market. The problem is your decisions on the market. If you are still holding a card with bad fundamentals, do not expect the market to make your choice right all of a sudden. There is a scenario on that, by the way, but don't expect that. Do not die with your mistake, or even worse, double down on your mistake. There is people that they are down on the ultra modern market. They keep buying more and more and more because for some reason they believe the market will give them right. But when you ask those guys, what about fundamentals? They don't even know what that means. And by the way, there is certain people that don't believe in fundamentals in super speculative assets. Look, that's fine. I believe it. That's why I'm sharing. But if you don't believe it, that's fine. Maybe my channel is not for you. Education, time in the market are your best friends. Simple like that. Easy. You should be fine no matter the market, no matter the cycle, no matter the market, if your product have great value. I love the down markets, bearish markets, and even in bearish markets, a lot of my cards end up going up. Wait, what do you mean is this? How can your cars go up in down markets? Guys, look at the vintage market. Look at certain cars in pre-modern. Look at the pre-war market. A lot of those markets are still doing very well. The reason is, look, markets they go to they face cycles. Okay, like I was saying, at one point in time, Prism was the best thing in the world. Then was Messi rookies. Then people are going more into vintage. Maybe Pelé, maybe Maradona. So always do your own research. I still hold things that are down, that I still believe in the fundamentals. Messi rookies are a great example. But there is a lot of other cars that I bought that are actually performing very well in a down market. So the problem again is not the market, it's the decisions you end up making on the market. Do not look for shortcuts. things take time. This is something that I honestly will believe again. A lot of people are BS on this. People say I'm playing the long run. 1 month from buying a car, they are already in panic mode because the car is not going up. Things take time. Do not look for shortcuts. Again, I say this all the time, guys. If you really want to make stonks, invest in some things like, I don't know, some NFTs, some random coin that Elon Musk is pumping right now on Twitter, because that maybe will be the smart way if you really want to make quick money, knowing that the most likely scenario is you actually losing money. Cards, they in a normal scenario, if you are buying things that all strong fundamentals, they have great value attached. I'm not talking about price, by the way. Those cars, they will take time to appreciate, but again, it is what it is. That's why some people will not make it in the end when it comes to the soccer card market or any market in general. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Conclusion, always the same: collect things you love, prices what you pay, values what you get. Guys, I know you guys, at least I believe you guys love these slideshows presentations. I was not doing those for in the last months, but yeah, this is a new one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, check the links on the description, leave a comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Bye.